Cardi B is now the new spokesperson for Old Navy's most wanted denim. And why shouldn't she be? She's one of the top performers in the world with a most recognizable persona, and people think that she is just so down to earth, right? That makes for an amazing spokesperson. However, I do believe that Old Navy, they're not fibbing. I do believe that Old Navy is outright lying about this denim launch, and I'm going to tell you why. My name is Stephanie D. McKenzie. I'm a fractional CMO, brand strategist, and coach who is also a foundership and entrepreneurship educator. And my position on this is really just my opinion. I don't work at Old Navy. I've never worked at Old Navy. I do have a substantial amount of Old Navy clothes in my closet, though. In fact, this hat right here came from Old Navy. That being said, Old Navy is a mass-producing clothing retailer. They mass produce, which means that it's to their benefit to create clothing that fits the average body type. Now, they tried to deviate from this a few years ago in something they called body quality, and they thought it was real amazing to put the sizes up to 4X into their stores. And yeah, from what I understand, the data says that the math didn't math. Now, I'm a huge proponent of data, and part of the reason why I wanted to talk about this is because I truly believe that somebody just like me with my skill sets and core competencies throw a lot of data into an AI platform and said, what should we do next? Maybe they're a market analyst, maybe they're a buyer, et cetera, et cetera. And in order to stay relevant, brands have to do a lot of things. Those of you who are makeup girlies, you know, there's a lot of makeup influencers that launch a brand and it falls flat, or they do a collaboration, it also falls flat. Here's why I think that Old Navy is lying to you. First of all, less than 1% of individuals in the world have Cardi B's specific hip to waist ratio. Actually, it's 0.6% because I looked it up. When we're talking about mass producing a product, that math makes absolutely no sense. And unfortunately, I did take a look at the collateral assets of this campaign, and it really looks as if those jeans have been altered, as they should be. And so if you're okay with buying these most wanted denim jeans and understanding that they won't fit you like they fit Cardi, even if you have a very small waist and a larger behind, like I do. I don't have a very small waist. I have a smaller waist than I have a behind. But for those of you who have that waist and a big behind, then if you're going into Old Navy believing that those jeans are going to fit you like they fit Cardi, they're not. They're absolutely not. And I will stand on that. And if somebody comes in my comments and they say, hey, I got these jeans and they fit just like they fit her, I will make a whole different video. But just from the average human, right? Like they fit Cardi B. That being said, the data. Data is really important. And I often tell our business owners and founders that we work with that you need data. Data is good, right? But the data has to be not only acquired in a way that makes sense, which is where secondary AI really plays a role. I'll be teaching about that on August the 20th, but that the AI data that you receive also needs to be weighed against real life information. So if you get data that says, oh, well, you need to run in this direction, but you know that if you run in that direction, you're going to actually run right into the ocean, maybe the data isn't exactly giving you what you need it to give, right? So maybe the inputs are wrong. Maybe the processing was wrong. Maybe the prompt was wrong. Again, we'll get into that on the 20th. But what I do really believe is that Old Navy desires to be relevant. They desire to be inclusive. They desire to include different types of body types. And the data supports that. It just doesn't support their methodology. So the audio, video, they absolutely need to match. However, you have to make that decision. The humans in the process must make that decision. So I firmly believe that there is no way that they mass produce a jean that's going to fit you like it fits her. I actually don't even believe that they have a jean that remotely fits like that jean, because I've owned quite a few pair when I was plus size, and now that I'm mid-size or not plus size anymore, their jeans never fit well. The jeans that make me feel amazing cost about $100+ and they have an amazing amount of stretch, and I can't remember the brand, but anyway, it's not an Old Navy jean. So it's not that we don't love Old Navy. This is not Old Navy hate. This is not even Cardi B hate. This is, listen, business owners, this math doesn't math. And so when you're using data to create outcomes for humans or human-led outcomes, don't forget about the human. The human is the most important part of the equation. AI will make you see things sometimes that are not real. It'll even tell you that it can make mistakes. So keep that in mind as you're making your decisions and your moves. And we're going to see how this Old Navy thing plays out. If I can serve as a portion in any way, I'm happy to do so. If you love this video and you want more, make sure you put more in the comments. And hopefully I'll see you on the 20th at my secondary AI for brand and business growth class.